fuck is that? What the fuck? Oh god. Oh! 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 Oh!
Houston Wilson set out alone to take on the remote Tour de los Padres route deep in California's rugged backcountry. At first, the ride felt manageable, but exhaustion, intense heat, and dehydration soon began to wear him down.
I'm feeling really beat. It was super hard getting out of the bivvy this morning.
My rear hub has been making a lot of noise, and I'm scared that my wheel is just gonna fall apart. My cranks don't feel great. I'm scared that my bottom bracket is gonna explode. But I'm just trying to remind myself that I'm just riding, and that's the only thing I can focus on. I noticed I was getting a little bit too much sun. I just really want this climb to be over. I imagine it's gonna be another few hours though, but after that we'll descend forever, so. Oh! Hate that. Yeah, feeling demoralized again. I don't know how much further I have, but I'm struggling a little bit mentally. But let's carry on. At least it's shaded. That's nice, and it's beautiful too. I just feel really scared. I don't know why I just get I just feel really scared and alone.
From the beginning, mechanical issues followed him. His rear hub rattled non-stop, raising concern that the wheel could fail at any time. His cranks felt loose, making him worry the bottom bracket might give out without warning. With no easy solution, he focused on continuing forward. As the climb stretched on the sun became relentless, he pushed uphill for hours, both mentally and physically drained. Occasional shade and distant views offered short breaks, but the isolation started to weigh on him. A growing sense of vulnerability set in as he moved farther away from any sign of civilization. Water became limited. Sleep was difficult and his bike kept failing, first the brakes, then the hub, and eventually a flat tire. Without spare brake pads, he realized the situation was becoming serious. He refilled his bottles whenever possible and began questioning whether he should continue or turn back. As the terrain became more unforgiving, his unease increased. At night,
I took off my turtleneck and helmet. I just need to keep maximizing my time climbing before it gets really hot. Trying to get to the upper campground for some water. Hot. Fuck. I have worn through my brake pads and I did not bring spares. So that is a pretty serious problem. Okay, I'm gonna fill up on water. Just try to fill up all my bottles. And after I do that, I'm gonna look at the maps and see if there's a different way to get off of this mountain other than the trail. It is just very sketchy, and I'm pretty freaked out right now. I got a flat too.
unfamiliar sounds echoed through the darkness, leaving him feeling exposed and watched. Despite being exhausted, he kept going, reaching the top only after nearly collapsing from heat stroke, an experience he later described as one of the most frightening moments he had faced.
I want to be down there so badly. I'm making zero progress right now, and I'm feeling really discouraged and tired. We got the campsite. Really beautiful with these rock formations, and the sky is really gorgeous. Hopefully the rocks will protect it from the wind, because we're pretty high up here. But yeah, another long day, but I think if I'm well rested, I can hopefully make it into Ojai, because I'm like pretty much out of water, unfortunately. But I'm excited to go to bed, and I'm gonna wash my face and stuff. Good night. Hey, so it's like 3 a.m. I've made the decision that I need to leave my bike up here.
By the time he made it to camp, his water supply was almost gone. He attempted to rest, but the following nights offered little relief. Around 3 a.m., after dealing with exhaustion and fear, he made the decision to leave his bike behind. With no better option, he continued on foot through the extreme heat, nearly collapsing before eventually coming across other people days later. That was the moment he knew he had made it out. Analysis and theories. Wilson's experience shows how quickly a trip can shift into a survival situation when equipment fails and the environment offers no support. Limited supplies and lack of backup gear nearly led to a far worse outcome. Open-ended twist. But here's the question. If you were in his position, would you have left your bike behind or kept pushing deeper into the unknown? On September 29, 2024, the creator behind the well-known channel Vancity Van Life shared an unusual encounter, one that showed the wilderness doesn't always stay deep in the backcountry. Sometimes it appears right in the middle of the city. The video opens at dawn just after sunrise. He'd been stealth camping near a senior living facility in a quiet neighborhood. This wasn't remote wilderness, it was suburbia. Yet the calm morning was suddenly broken by a series of loud crashes outside his van. At first, he assumed the noise was normal, possibly someone going through trash or workers starting their day. But when he stepped outside with his camera, the source became obvious. A large black bear was only a few feet away.
Oh, there's a bear on that garbage can up there. Good morning, you guys. I'm just waking up here and I could hear noises outside my van. I'm sleeping right outside an old folks home and there's a giant bear right here. He was digging through that garbage can right there. With all the garbage on the ground. He woke me up. I'm like, what is happening outside my van? Oh, he's right there. Look how big he is. Look at him.
When I first heard the banging was about a half an hour before I got out of the van this morning. I heard the bangs and I'm like, oh man, is somebody breaking in on one of the businesses around? And I looked around outside, I didn't see anything, and I curled back up in bed. Then I decided I'm just gonna get up and start this video. That's when I noticed the big bear. That bear is ready for hibernation. It has been digging through dumpsters and eating lots of food. I haven't seen a bear that big in the city in a long time.
That bear is way bigger than you.
Knocking over a garbage can and digging through what was inside. The size of the bear stood out much larger than what he typically expected to see within city limits. Preparing for hibernation, the animal seemed comfortable around people, showing no hesitation as it searched through the bins. Although the situation could have become dangerous, the creator stayed calm. His dog eventually barked and ran forward, helping to drive the bear away. The moment then shifted into reflection. Early van life often focused on staying hidden, yet here he was parked in front of a senior residence without any issues from staff or neighbors. The only unexpected presence had been wildlife.
Izzy, come on. Izzy, that bear's bigger than you, bro. Good morning. So I was doing a little stealth camping here in front of a senior's home, and I got out and I propped my camera up, and while I was out I could just hear this bang, bang, bang. I'm like, oh, whatever, someone's putting stuff in the garbage can. I turn around and there's a freaking bear right there ripping apart that whole garbage can. Oh guys, good morning, good morning. So it's those bears that you gotta worry about. When you're running into a big black bear in the backcountry, as long as it's not a mama bear with her cubs, usually it's pretty good. It's when you run into the bears in the city, because they have no fears of you at all, those are the ones that you really gotta worry about. But anyway guys, had a great night's sleep here in front of the seniors home. Good morning. That bear's gone that way, by the way. Long way away from here right now. Thanks for trying to protect us. Hey, thanks for the big barking. You scared the bear away, bro. Good boy.
Throughout the video, he emphasized that situations like this are less about how well you stay hidden and more about how you react. In remote areas, bears tend to avoid humans unless cubs are involved. In cities, however, they often lose that instinct, making them more unpredictable and potentially more dangerous. This may not be the most extreme encounter, but it clearly shows how unpredictable van life can be. Even in an urban setting, something unexpected can appear sometimes in the form of a large black bear searching for food while a loyal dog tries to push it away. The incident also highlights how wildlife adapts to urban environments, often becoming bolder and more willing to approach people. While this bear eventually left without conflict, it raises concerns about how easily human waste can attract large animals into populated areas. What do you think is more dangerous, encountering a bear in the wild or coming across one that has become used to living around people? The next unsettling footage comes from Dustin Frazier, also known as Funky Ginger Films, a YouTuber who explores eerie Appalachian locations and paranormal sites. On March 27, 2025, he and a small group entered Elkmont, a historic yet long-abandoned mountain settlement filled with scattered empty cabins. The night began cold as...
Okay, hello guys. So, we are here at Elkmont. So, it's cold, but we decided to come up here. We haven't been in... Fuck, why is the light going off? We are going in the first house. Oh, Justin's here. He's cold. So, let's go. Yeah. But, so they started, like, restoring these houses here. Yeah, they've been working on them for quite a while. But, like, look at the different, just, I don't know, just how they built, like... She's in the ditch. Look at the arc he did. Like, I don't know. I always like this one because of the fireplace. I don't remember that one. Bad.
I think this is like part of the newer stuff because this looks like it's they stained.
Yeah.
It's not original.
Huh.
Yeah, they're original. You can see the original boards under these. They're like stained and they're literally just screwed in over the original board.
Ooh, something about that.
That there could be a black bear on the other side of it. Yeah, there is something about that.
Yeah, I didn't take into account about like wildlife and stuff. Jeez, fuck!
Sorry, Queen.
I thought you were behind me. I thought you were over here.
You don't see my light.
I don't know. I have two lights pointed at my face right now. God, that scared the fuck out of me.
It's like dead bugs for me.
Yeah. Okay, let's go on to like maybe the second house. Oh, here's this. This is the bathroom I was talking about.
I'm scared we're gonna break this.
Oh god. There ain't no lights. Because it is cold. Now she fucking works. Okay. Maybe she's just cold. I'm cold. Ooh, a closet.
Is there anything in here?
No. Okay.
group stepped into the first structures. They noticed signs of restoration alongside original decay, worn planks, fireplaces, and partially collapsed corners. Light jokes about the possibility of black bears eased the tension while their flashlights flickered and batteries drained quickly in the freezing air. As they went farther in, the cabins became increasingly unsettling.
And as you can see, she's fucking spooky. Also, I found out why my flashlight wasn't working. I needed new batteries. So, I haven't used it that much though. Whoop. No pets allowed. I can't come in, I'm a bitch. Look at the architecture. What the fuck was that? Do we need to leave? Okay, go. Don't run, just... Go. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Fucking run! What the f? Go, 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 go.
Inside the third structure, the atmosphere shifted suddenly. Strange sounds burst out from the darkness, echoing through the empty rooms. Their lights weakened again, and then a loud, unidentified noise cut sharply through the silence. Panic set in. The group rushed out of the cabin, their quick footsteps and raised voices captured on camera as they moved into the woods. Outside, they came back together, shaken and unsure of what had just occurred. The experience left them convinced that Elkmont, while historic, holds something far more disturbing than its aging structures suggest. The situation could be explained by natural causes, shifting wood-hidden wildlife, or batteries drained by the cold. Still, the timing of the sounds, along with repeated equipment issues, raises the question of whether something less ordinary was involved. Was it collapsing timber, an animal nearby, or something connected to Elkmont's unsettling reputation? And if you had been inside that third cabin when the noise struck, would you stay and investigate or run into the darkness like they did? It knows her name. This video comes from TikTok creator Morgan Lambert. You might remember her from a previous Appalachian video. Apologies for repeating that, but it adds important context. Morgan and her husband were filming on her family's farm, a shoot she described as highly exciting. The session required recording after dark, and naturally unusual things can happen in the woods at night.
Okay, so here's scene 7.
Okay.
It looks okay, but I am thinking we're gonna have to redo scene 7. Be okay?
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
so.
think we planned on redoing scene 7, did we?
No, I think it's fine. I think it's that
a
was
little
that was
cold.
the last one, right?
Yeah, it's getting a little cold. We should.
Okay, let's back up. I'm gonna keep recording with this just for some extra behind the scenes, if that's cool.
Yeah.
I'll try and get this in there the fastest that I can.
Yeah, it's really chilly. I think we should.
Try and hurry.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we should.
Will that get in there? Okay, watch your legs. Watch your arms in.
You ready to go?
Yep.
That whistle, the same sound Morgan says she's heard at home. She believes a mimic has been following her for years, and it reportedly shows up the same way every time, either a voice calling out or that exact whistle. If she hadn't been filming that night, this moment likely would have gone undocumented. What makes the clip more unsettling is how close the second whistle sounds. It feels like whatever made the noise is right next to them. Right after the first whistle, they aim their flashlight toward the tree line. Nothing obvious appears, but if you look closely when her husband adjusts the beam, 2 faint reflections can be seen in the darkness. It looks like a pair of eyes, possibly an animal watching, remaining still and silent, or it could simply be light reflecting off their vehicle, which can create a similar effect. But one thing is certain, they chose to leave immediately. Because if something calls out from the Appalachian woods and it sounds far away, it might actually be right behind you. So was the sound just unsettling background noise, something added later, or maybe her husband whistling off camera? There may never be a clear answer. But what do you think? On July 24th, 2025, the YouTube channel Paul Zahard uploads a ride that quickly goes off track. Known for aggressive riding challenges and off-road experiments, Paul heads out with his crew for what begins as another unpredictable adventure. Joined by a rare guest, Rob, who takes the lead on the route the group moves through, ditches flooded sections and hazardous terrain. Early humor fades as the environment starts to carry real consequences. The ride starts off light with jokes and small stunts easing the tension, but that tone shifts when Rob guides the group into a muddy drainage ditch. Water and thick mud pull at the bikes unevenly.
Look at that wall ride, that's a big one. Bro, it's a straight up madman if he's considering. I guess it doesn't seem that steep to ride up. I'll ride up it. That's low-key doable. Oh my god, that's gonna be such a hard landing. Bro, I pray for your help. Ain't no, that's doable. Ain't no way. It was wild that I almost gonna tell him like, bro, don't do it. But like, that is such a good lip. Bro, I feel like the lip is there not to instigate you. Like, I don't want you to do this, but...
Believe it or not, I think I gotta jump in between these two.
In between? Yeah. Oh my god. That landing's gonna hurt. Oh my god. Bro's really doing this. Insane. Guys will do anything but go to therapy. That's what I title this video. You put the rock down there so it's smoother than suspension. Oh, this isn't that steep. Bro, I don't know, that is crazy. Oh my god. That is crazy work. Like, the last thing you want to do is clip the fence. And Rob, dude's like, he's like 40 or something. We'll get his exact age in a minute, but... he ain't no spring chicken. Oh my god, he's carving up there for... I need to call his friends and see what they have to say. Do I need to call, see if I should be concerned about you doing this?
If you want to, nah. It looks low from here, but coming up from here it looks a little higher.
Yeah. Because yeah, your suspension's gonna already want to compress.
So if I got speed, second.
I don't know if I want you to do this, bro.
Rob notices a narrow opening that could allow him to launch up and over a fence from the slope below. Paul keeps calling him a madman, warning how risky the idea is, but Rob takes his time, measuring the approach, adjusting his line, and committing to it anyway.
Oh, it came up a little bit. Oh my god! Imagine just driving down the road and you see a dude flying. Oh, he's up there hyping himself up. Guys, this is no joke. Like, the last thing you want to do is clip the fence. Oh! 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 Oh, shit. You good? You good? Fuck. Damn, he broke his wrist. Damn. Damn, he almost had it. You coming around? You need help? You need help?
Go to the hospital.
Alright. We gotta go to the hospital. Damn it, Rob. Damn it, Rob.
What happens next is difficult to forget. See, Rob hits the jump and nearly makes it over until the rear wheel or skid plate catches the fence. The impact sends him crashing down, breaking his wrist instantly. The pain is intense, leaving him close to losing consciousness. Fortunately, his riding partners respond quickly, helping him stay alert and getting him to the hospital in time. This moment shows how preparation and confidence can still fall apart when terrain physics and timing work against a rider. Was the real danger the jump itself or the buildup of risks that made turning back feel impossible? On November 30th, 2025, a routine camera check starts to feel uneasy on a remote hunting property. The video comes from Keeping It Dutch, a channel focused on wildlife tracking, land management, and hunting using hidden cameras. Dutch and his daughter Hope review footage near a creek, an abandoned bus, and a hunting blind. What begins as excitement over wildlife gradually shifts as signs on the land suggest they may not be the only ones watching.
Okay, so we have made it down here to the creek. We're gonna do a little hunting for Hope's birthday. We're gonna check them as we go, and I'll keep you guys updated on if I'm missing any or if we got anyone on camera that's not supposed to be out here. Camera number one. And I don't know if these cameras show how many pictures we got or not. Got several on here. I'll be showing you guys that shortly. I'm letting it download the computer and we'll go check the rest of them. Okay, we may end up putting over here. We're gonna check those cameras and see what kind of activity we got. That's right by the bus. That's a huge 8-point Hope. And it looks like it's coming in right at dark time. Wow. We're not actually hunting right now.
Is this the buck is right here? Will you run and get the gun?
Maybe. Yeah, you can see a footprint right there. Looks like they were fighting right here. We're gonna check these cameras over here. Okay, so there's a fresh grape. Right there, there's the bus. I think this is the spot for tonight. Be careful. Hey, happy birthday. Okay, that's great. Right there, watch out, behind you. No, they didn't hit that one, but there's one right there too. See how they broke these limbs? It's right next to the bus, right where we're hunting. Okay, we checked the camera, and that big buck's coming over here, but we don't have him during daylight. That doesn't mean nothing. But there's a lot of deer. The most activity is in the morning time, and I have found out this has been a better morning spot over the last few years. I think we want to go across the creek. You want to hunt here? You want to try the other blind across the creek and see what happens? Or you want to hunt here? Across the creek? Here? Okay. Hopefully birthday girl gets one.
Spot and then the deer are at the other spot.
All right, wish us luck.
Dutch and Hope begin by checking several hidden cameras along the creek. The footage shows a large 8-point buck moving calmly near an abandoned bus at dusk. As they cross the creek to check more cameras, something unexpected appears on the screen, an image that quietly changes the tone and leaves them uneasy.
That was this morning at 7. Keep going down. There's several of them. There's a big boar running around here. There's a nice buck too. Keep going down. There he is again. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so we might be trapping some hogs here soon. He's a big one. All right, let's go across the creek.
Yeah.
Want to?
Yeah.
All right.
A massive black hog is captured near a hollow tree, its size hard to ignore. Another buck appears soon after. The animals seem alert, almost cautious, as if reacting to something unseen. Dutch points out that the gate is secured and there are no clear signs of trespassers, yet the area feels increasingly active.
Okay, so it's been a couple days since I filmed out here. We put the cameras out.
Days later, Dutch returns alone to inspect the cameras again. What he finds leaves him quietly questioning how it could have happened. One unit is still mounted exactly where it was placed, but the SD card is missing. If someone found it, why take only the footage? He moves deeper into the woods, approaching a cave marked by heavy rooting in the soil. Corn is placed near the entrance and cameras are set up to narrow the field of view.
Okay, the rain is starting to pick up. That's not good because I got my laptop with me checking these. Okay, we put a couple other cameras that I didn't show you guys on camera out here by the other blind. We were gonna come back this morning and it was raining and stuff and we didn't come. I had a decent little buck that Hope could have for sure got chasing does. Let me show you right now while I walk up here. Okay, you guys seen it. There's a hot doe up there and that buck is chasing it, and that's right where the big one's at. So I'm gonna check these cameras over here, and if there's nothing on camera the last couple days at this spot. Then I'm gonna go hunt the bus. Hope didn't want to come with me this evening. Okay, coming up on the first blind. Check this camera over here. See if we got anything. Okay, so you guys can see we got a bit of a problem on our hands. This is out in the middle of nowhere. If this has been at the homestead, it'd been a bigger problem, I guess. But we got a lot of big bobcat that I'm catching all over the property right now. I've got one over here too. And I didn't have any pictures this morning over here. So I think I'm gonna make my way back over to the bus, and I'm gonna set up over there.
Later footage shows several large bobcats moving across the property. Surrounded by predators and unanswered questions, Dutch continues monitoring as temperatures drop and daylight fades. Many viewers focused less on the animals and more on the missing SD card. Wildlife can explain danger, but human interference changes the situation entirely. When footage disappears but the camera stays in place, are you still observing the land, or has someone started watching you in return?